Alright guys, thank you for clicking on the video. My name is Eddie. Welcome to 252 Outdoors. Usually we're fishing, but today's gonna be just a little bit different. It's not gonna be my regular content all the time. Some other things have happened. The boat broke down. So I haven't been able to go fishing too much, but I've been working on some stuff. I've been making some fishing lures. It's my spinner here. It's kind of crude, but it does work. I'm going to show you some of my work. I don't know how good it's going to show up. Kind of got a shadow. Got a bad shadow on it. So I'm not going to bore y'all to death with every little thing. I'm just going to kind of cut in and cut out of the main things that I think you should see. Painting lures can really be fun. It's especially fun when you paint your own lure and you catch fish on it. That makes it so much better. So I'm going to cut in and out so that y'all don't have to watch me coat something 3 or 4 times with white paint. But anyway, be right back. Guys, I've already pre-painted these yesterday with white paint. This is a light that you grow plants under. It's extremely bright, and it also allows me to see the imperfections in the paint. If I miss a spot, it'll be a lot lighter spot on it. So these right here I'm going to make into baby crappie. I got some other ones that I'm working on, so hang tight. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to speed it up so that it's not so boring. Right. Like I said, I'm going to speed this up through this whole process, but I just want to show you what I'm using. This is some kind of like rag that you wash dishes with. I believe it come off of Temu. Somebody gave it to me, and I went to Dollar Store, and I bought the stuff that you put in your kitchen drawer so the utensils don't make a lot of noise when you drop them in it. So I'm gonna cut these 2 pieces so I can wrap these 2 lures. And when you paint these lures, when you start cutting your material for your patterns, don't cut it too big. I've already made that mistake. I would try to make it stretch to make it go further. Just cut your material or your pattern to fit the lure, and you will be a whole lot happier. I'm gonna lean over. And when you first get started, let the Dollar General, the dollar stores, whatever you have in your area, let them be your friend. You know, all of this material that I use for stencils, most of it all comes from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, the clips, all that stuff. You don't have to go crazy. You can do it on a budget and still have a good product and have fun doing it. And I will say this will save you a lot of heartache. This is a helping hand. I have several of them. I bought them all from Harbor Freight. It's probably the cheapest place that I found. You can get them off of Amazon, all the other spots. So, and I'm using ready to spray paint. So it doesn't have to have any thinner or anything like that. It makes my life a lot easier. Sometimes when you use the thinner, you don't get it exactly right and it gets too runny, and then it runs up underneath your tapes for your bills. It'll run right underneath of it, and you don't even realize it. You got to take it off, and then you got to clean it off. So I use the regular airbrush paint, ready to spray. Getting ready to spray the black for the spots on the crappie. I know not everybody calls them that. And one tip that I have found out, if you can do it, let black be your last color. Just happens to be today it is not going to work out that way. So use your black last, because it's harder to clean up out of the airbrush utensil. I reckon that's what you want to call it. But anyway, it's harder for me to clean it up. Make sure that the next spray is not got a darker tint to it. And you should wear one of these. I didn't wear one the first couple of times that I sprayed, and I ended up having like a really bad sore throat. And go ahead and heat set them so that I can take this off and move on a little bit faster. If you're not in a big hurry, you could let it dry in the air. Light coats dry faster. It's going to be loud because it's just a little teeny barn. If I had a camera stand, this would work better, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, try to get this in the frame. Now this is a rubbery substance, so you do have to be careful because it will melt. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see it as well. There's not very good lighting in here. See how that turned out? This is when those helping hands come in, because you know, not every piece might not, every little spot of paint might not be dry. Try to do this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Get out of the light. I actually did it. I did two different ones. I did one sort of dark. I went back and really darkened it up. So we're going to see how that turns out. Now I'm going to take the other piece of stencil that what I'm calling a stencil, but it is really just some kind of wash rag. I do think it come off of Timu. With a black pupil. And it's easier to use one of these little picks. They come from the Dollar Tree. Got some crazy glue. The eyes are adhesive and you can stick them in there and they'll stick, but sometimes will come out. So, and I don't want anybody who buys one of my lures or gets one of my lures to say, well, that's the first thing that happened to it, is the eyes came out of it. What I do is I kind of poke the eye. Kind of can stick it in the edge of the eye and it will hold it like that. Now there is a right way and a wrong way to put the eye in, the way the pupil is shaped. And I kind of like to have an oversized eye in it. Another tool I use is a huge pair of tweezers. You can squeeze both eyes at the same time and you actually can stay on the eyeball itself, or the eye, so that you don't, when you squeeze it out, your fingers don't stick. I take the tweezers, I don't know how good this can be, get on each side and give a gentle squeeze. And it kind of sets the eyes in the eye socket. I don't know if y'all can see it in this camera very good. See how much the eyes really make something pop. And then when you get the gloss cover on it, it will really make it pop. Alright guys, this is the final product of the crappie lure that I was making. Not real sure how good this camera is going to show it up in this light in the barn, but one's a little darker than the other. So y'all tell me what y'all think. If you like this kind of stuff, tell me. I'll do some more. I am working on some more here, and I am going to start selling these things. I'm trying to get everything situated. But if you want to find me on Facebook, it is 252 Outdoors Custom Lures. Maybe we can get together and talk and see what you want, and I can get you hooked up. I am working on some saltwater stuff. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe. It really would help the channel. God bless. Go fishing with one of my lures.